Hey guys, I just wanted to address the issue of putting those things over our faces without getting into too much of the detail, which I highly advise you go to the channel in the description of this video. There's a channel that's a lot like YouTube, only it has truth. It's not being edited to take out truth. It's not manipulating you. It is full of facts, and it is full of data, scientific data, and a lot of proof and evidence, video footage, pictures, everything that you're looking for to get to the heart of the truth. If you're brave enough, and if you can drop your ego enough to go do some research and face your fears perhaps of what you might see, which isn't going to be as bad as you think, and in some ways worse than you would possibly imagine at the same time. Basically, we are in the awakening. Okay, so we are in the Great Awakening. And what that's about, what Yeshua has told me, is you're either going to choose to be positive-minded or negative-minded. When he says be a believer, he's saying believe in positivity, believe in a positive future, believe that we can have our dreams come true, and believe in being positive about things, right? If you still think that these things on our faces are actually here to protect us somehow from some kind of an illness or something, you guys are so way off track. You guys are the unawakened ones. You are the ones that have your head in the sand, and you are driving everyone's businesses out of business. You're responsible for that by wearing those things on your faces and complying, because the people who are asking you to do that or promoting it are actually against you. They're against you. They're against your freedom. They're against you even living. If you really look into it, the heart of the matter, they're completely against you. They're not for your safety. They're not trying to keep you safe. They're not trying to do anything good for you whatsoever. They're trying to destroy our economy completely and enslave you and drive us to be a COMM community, okay? And we don't want that to happen, do we? We have appreciated and enjoyed standing next to our friends on the street corner, walking down the street, laughing, holding each other, hugging each other. We enjoy all those things. If you want to continue to enjoy those things, you got to start fighting back, because this is getting really ridiculous that you guys are still falling for this scam. And it is a scam, for a fact. And everything that you are watching on the Tell a Vision, not tell a truth, but tell a vision, is a lie. Okay, you guys are getting, there's directors, producers, actors, fake dramas being made up to make you believe things, numbers being exaggerated. It's all a show. Even who is supposedly in charge of our government right now is a fake. And you can tell if you look closely. You guys pay attention to the details and the background of things. Things are being filmed in studios. Things were even filmed in studios a while ago, and they're being put out now like they're just happening. There are so many lies that in general our society is believing right now. But I'm here to support those who are waking up. I'm here to support those right now who actually want to get to the heart of this matter and save the children that are being, that were, for the most part. I think a lot of it is they've got some, they've gained some footing. I mean, I guess they've made a lot of headway on this issue, but things are going to get much, much, much worse if it has to get you guys to take those things off your faces. The faster we can get these things off of our faces, the faster we're going to break through to our victory, okay? You guys have to rebel against it. It is up to you. You who are watching this right now have to do something about this. Every single one of us needs to do something. So I made a list of some things that we can do, and I did one of them today, okay? I have been, through this whole thing, I've been getting a lot of things delivered because I can't stand to look at it. I just cannot stand to see what everybody is letting, just that you guys are letting this happen. And I have been part of it. From time to time, I've put the thing on to comply with certain fake rules and regulations, which are totally illegal, by the way. Anybody arrests you or tries to tell you, tries to fine you or anything like that, you guys have the legal standing, and you guys don't even know that. So contact a lawyer or do something, get somebody on your side to give you some backbone if you need to, but you guys are in the right rebelling against this thing. This is completely against our Constitution. It's completely illegal what's happening. So I want to give you guys ways to do that and just share my experience of what I've been through with this whole thing. So I couldn't take it anymore. And I was working at a place once a week, and I was being asked to wear one. I finally had to leave because God told me, as long as they are making people wear those, do not go there anymore. You know, you can go there, you can maybe return if you want to, if once this whole thing blows over and people start taking them off. But do not, you're a representative of me. Do not go act like you're on the other side. So I was like, okay, and I'm obedient. I said, okay. So I left. And that was difficult for me. I really love that place so much. And I felt for them because they're getting bullied. They're getting really bullied by this town to oblige, you know. So as much as I don't judge them, because I mean, this is a very harsh place to be for that. But here's what I do and how I've dealt with it. Okay. I have networked with other people who are like-minded, and I have figured out a network of people who also know what's going on, the real story, the truth behind all of this silliness. And we know places that we can go that don't require them. We are giving our business to anywhere that does not require them. So if you're a business, think about not requiring them. Okay. So I know a veterinarian who stood up also and ripped the sign off of her front door. So thank you, veterinarian, for doing that, because you are helping save us. You are helping save us. Okay. They got it backwards. What they're telling you on the television is ass backwards. If you want to talk, a flu that's 98% conquerable, please. And we're going to go to this extent. What happened when we had flus before? It's not about that, you guys. So those who are truly making the sacrifice, you guys are my heroes. You guys who are taking those stupid signs off your doors and you're not requiring it. I'm giving all those people my business. I will go 2 hours to go to a town that doesn't require it, that more says, you can if it makes you feel comfortable, but you don't have to. Those are the places that I visit. Those are the places that I frequent. Those are the places that I give my money to. So if you're requiring those things right now, I will not go in your business, or if I do, I'm not going to wear one. I'm just not going to. So that's one thing that you can do. So today I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go to lunch with a friend. And it's just ridiculous. We even have to think things through like this. I'm going to go to a lunch with a friend. And I decided not once today am I going to put one on. So I went down, walked right into the restaurant, didn't wear one sitting down, didn't wear one leaving, never wore one. Went out on the street corner, was walking with my friend in the wide open without one. Gave her a big old hug right in front of a bunch of traffic. Biggest, warmest, loving hug. All without one, okay? Then I got in my car and I thought, I want to go to a pet store. I'm not going to say which one. I want to go to a pet store because I want to go get a bunch of Nala's favorite toys, if I can find that they have any. So I went there. Around my way there, I was like, oh, see, at the beginning of this, I would have just done it. I would have maybe not worn it all the way up to the door. Then I would have put it on, and then I would have done what I got to do and then taken it off and walked to the car. So I at least would have been seen walking out of the building and whatnot without one. So I wasn't wearing one as much as possible. I was really minimizing when I would wear one. And if you have to wear one, like for your work or something like that, you should have one that makes a statement like, "Save our children, I will not be silenced." I found one on Amazon, a mask like that. So if you have to wear one, make a statement with it, rebel with it, have it say something that actually, like the hands, there's one that goes like this. Perfect. That is the perfect statement. They're just trying to silence us and trying to keep us apart. And they're using satanic rituals to do this, by the way. All of you who are standing 6 feet apart, staying away from each other and putting those things on your faces, that's all satanic ritual. You guys don't even know what you're doing. You don't know you're giving them permission to take society over and start ruling it like they do in China. Okay. We don't want to go that direction, you guys. There's so much ridiculousness out there now. There's so much fake ridiculousness out there. You guys should know by now that something really suspicious is going on. And if you don't, I don't know how naive you are, because I believe in leprechauns and unicorns and fairies. And even I could see that it was really stupid. Like, what the hell are they thinking? And like, what? That is going to, like, whatever happened to an immune system? Whatever, it's, okay. So the other thing what I did is God was like, "No, you're going to do this." And I was like, all right. And I was inspired by Scott McKay last night. He had a talk he did with Crystal Tini. And I was like, okay, I'm going to give this a go. Scott says that no matter where he goes or what he does, he gets away with as much as he possibly can in rebelling. So I thought, well, that's really all we can do. So I'm going to do it. And so I walked into the store without one, and I had it in my pocket in case anyone were to say anything. I was going to go, "Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder," and go like this, and then take it right back out and put it in my pocket. I mean, that was my plan. And take it off as much as I can. As soon as they're not looking, take it back out again. Take it back off again. Take it back off again. I was going to do it as much as I needed to do it to get my business done without it as much as possible. But I walked right in the door. Nobody noticed. Walked all through the store. Nobody noticed. I went right in for what I was going to get and grabbed a bunch of it. My heart was beating. And I was like, okay. I felt like, it felt like I was really getting away with something, That's how crazy it is right now. I got to the cashier and I just greeted her with a big smile. And I was like, "Isn't it such a beautiful day? It's just amazing out. And oh, I'm so happy I found this toy. My cat's crazy about it. And I wanted to get a bunch of them because who knows if they're going to carry them later, And she was laughing and she was being very, very sweet. There was even another girl next to her, both of them with those things on because they're required. So, and I talked to this poor business owner of this restaurant, by the way, and he said his business is falling apart. And I really love this guy, and his food and everything is incredible. He said he had like 85 to 100 people that would come to lunch every day for their buffet. And now it's barely a trickle, like maybe 15 to 20. That's what you guys are doing to businesses by keeping those things on. I'm telling you, you guys who are wearing those things are doing this to these poor businesses and each other. And you're teaching each other to comply to tyrants that are not looking out for us. It's asinine. It's completely asinine. So I walked in there, went up to the cashier, and was super nice and everything. We checked out, got all my stuff, and walked right out to my car with everything. And I sat down and I was like, "Oh, thank you, God." And God will bring you through it. God will show you how to do it, teach you how to do it. You'll get more and more confidence in doing that. People will see it. They will feel inspired. They will do it. When you see other people who don't wear them, thank them. I saw a guy on a walk today, and he wasn't wearing one. And I said, "Thank you for not wearing one. Thank you so much." And he said, "Really? For not wearing one?" I said, "Yes. Thank you for saving the children of our world." That'll make him think. That's going to make him go do some research on BitChute, BITCHUTE. If you have not visited that website, please do it. And it doesn't even matter what you look at. Just poke around. It's got nothing but truth. I mean, it's probably got some other stuff, but it's very honest and it's very factual. I mean, take the stuff seriously. you're brainwashed to think that people who talk about such things are conspiracy theorists, but that slogan, I guess, or that what do you, I can't think right now. That term, thank you. That term was created back in the day of JFK when something very suspicious happened back then with his death too. Anybody who raised a red flag and said, oh my gosh, something's wrong here, and we think it was this and maybe it was that and all that kind of stuff, and maybe they even knew the truth and they tried to tell people, here's why this happened and da 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 da. This has been going on a long time, you guys. That's when the bad guys started using that term to make you guys, to brainwash you guys into poo-pooing any truth. And they're doing it in the editing that they're doing on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and all that stuff. I mean, it's getting really bad. So, and I can't believe, like, how bad does it have to get? How bad does it have to get? How many of your family members are taking those stupid shots that not only do you not need, but are very dangerous? You know, what are you going to put your poor kids through? You're going to act like this is normal for your kids to have to go through what they're going through right now in their schools and in their environments and stuff. It's like, that's ridiculous. I mean, the stories I'm hearing. So another thing I was thinking of to go do sometime, well, for one, everywhere that I was going, even before all this, anywhere that I walk out in public, I do not wear one, period. But I was thinking, okay, so I'm going to put on a shirt or something that says like speak out or stand up or something like that. And I'm just going to walk down one of the busiest streets I can find. Just walk down with a big old smile on my face and not wearing anything here. You know what I mean? So I'm just going to do that whenever I feel like it. Whenever I get a wild hair, I'm just going to go walk the street with a big old smile on my face and that shirt on. That's it. And I'm probably going to get some honks. I might get screamed at. I don't know. I don't care. I want to help those of you who want to stand up feel like you've got the permission to do so. We all need to be doing it. Another idea that they were talking about on the show, this is why I watch Patriot Street Fighter every day, because he's an inspiration and he's a badass. And we all need to, even if we're chicken underneath it and we're trying to be badasses, still try to be a badass, okay? Do the best that you possibly can. It's a scary time. So he was like, you know, get 20 or 50 friends or as many friends as you possibly can together. Those of you with like minds, go into the grocery store. They can't do a thing. They can't do a thing to you and make you put one on. Just go there as a group. We coming together as a group are so much more powerful than just going in as an individual being scolded because you're not like the others. You know what I mean? They knew that peer pressure would make you guys all do the same thing, you know, that you guys would all give in. So that was part of their plan. Believe me, all this was planned a long time ago. So this was not an accident. It was not. Okay. So put yourself on display to help others have the permission that they need to do it. This is the time when leaders need to stand up. We need more leaders in this world, not followers. We need people to stand up and do something against the grain, go against what's happening right now. Boycott any business, any airline, don't even travel. Don't travel or give your business to anybody who's requiring those or the shots. Don't have anything to do with them. If we don't give them money, they're not going to exist, you know? So if you wear a mask, have one that makes a statement to save the children or some kind of statement that you will not be silenced. Speak up on your channel about it. If you have a channel, start speaking up about it. You guys don't want this, if you guys want to go back to normal, which I know you do really bad, okay? If you want this to go back to normal, we all have to rise up. Every one of us individually, we need to come together, those of like minds. And we all need to do our part to make a difference right now. And that is I am trying to minimize deaths. I am trying to minimize as least amount of pain as we can possibly go through with this great awakening. This is going to get prolonged, and we're going to have, basically God is turning up the volume on discomfort with this thing until you finally get it through your heads. Something is wrong here. This is not normal. This is not okay. Something else must be going on than what they're telling us. You think they're going to be like, hey, guess what, everybody? We would like to create a Holocaust, please. Can you all just comply and be good about it? Just put these things over your faces while we drive you into a communist economy, please. You think they're going to say that on mainstream media? Do you think they're going to say that on the TV, on the news? Hell no. They've got an agenda. All those people are paid. All those people are owned by the same money greedy people. So quit giving the news your attention. Go to alternative channels to watch things like the ones that I list at the back of every one of my videos, and I will have it at the end of this video. Start looking into other alternative sources of news. Now, Patriot Street Fighter talks every day when you get on. He has a live every day at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. He changed the time on Patriot Street Fighter 3, which he has to keep changing the name of all the time. But you can always find his recordings on Rumble if you guys want to look at that. Like after the recording, he puts it up on Rumble. Go back and listen to some of his talks. Listen to the one with Crystal Tini. It's awesome. It's very inspiring. Yeah, and Tarot by Janine is another great source. You get your news, but you also see what's going on behind the scenes. You also find out what's being organized, what the Alliance is doing, what the White Hats are doing. If you don't know what I'm talking about with the Alliance and the White Hats, you guys are so far gone. You're so disillusioned. Find out about this stuff. Find out before it's too late. You guys, seriously, like, we need to snap out of this. We need to snap out of it and see what's really going on here. If you have to, like, if you go into a place and you take it off and somebody confronts you or comes up and starts yelling and screaming at you, act crazy. What are they going to do? You know, they'll just be like, oh my God, crazy person. And then you can proceed and go shopping and do whatever you want. Act crazy. Act like you speak another language. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello. Yes. Hello. Hello. If they can't, you know, what are they going to do? You know, just do whatever you got to do. Do whatever you got to do to get through this situation. I'm telling you guys, we got to get these things off our faces and off the faces of our children. If you want to save your children's lives, if you care at all about your children and the future of our country, if you guys care at all about awakening and consciousness and God, inspiration, happiness, consciousness, love, kindness, compassion, then quit giving into the fear and believing the lies you're being told. Look underneath it all and discover some of these truths. I would not be leading you astray. I'm not trying to scare you. I'm trying to inspire you to get up off of your butts and do something. Do something radical, something that's completely outside of your comfort zone. Do it to help humanity. Do it. Look into what their plan has been for us. Look into what that plan is. It's going to scare the piss out of you. But you might need to have that. You might need to get shaken up. Because, yeah, this has got to stop sooner than later. Let's not prolong this thing. Let's not let it get worse than it already is by taking them off. Please take them off as much as you can. And again, if you have to wear one, make a statement with it so that people start waking up like I did with the dog guy. Thank you for saving our children. Thank you for saving the children of our planet. He'll be, you know, that's all you got to say. Just plant some kind of little seed everywhere that you go. Smile and thank everybody who's not wearing one because they are helping save the planet. They are the sacrificers. They are the non-selfish ones. They know you have an immune system, okay, that's strong enough to fight anything. And that's the truth. You don't need any kind of shot. Neither does your animal. Nature, God, takes care of us. no matter what happens out there. So have a little faith, have a little faith, and that little bit of faith is going to carry you through. Listen to those promptings of your heart. If God says, like he whispered to me today, better do it. Better do it. This is a challenge for you. I didn't want to do it. I really didn't. But I mean, I've rebelled in my own certain ways, like never wearing one out in public. But, I've always like complied in going to certain stores and stuff because I want to be able to get my stuff. So I hope this inspires you. I hope it either inspires you to take those stupid things off as much as you possibly can and help everybody around you to feel like they can, or it'll help you look into this madness. It'll help you to stop believing the programming, and turn your stupid tell-a-vision off and go start watching some tell-a-truths on BitChute and some other channels like that. All right. So I am now going to give you those channels. You guys have yourselves a beautiful day. I'm here for you should you need me. I can be your backbone, however you need me to be. I'm here to support you. Everybody in your certain areas need to get together and help each other out. Everybody needs to have each other's back right now. We need to not be against each other. They're trying to divide us so they can conquer. Do not let them divide us. We need to come together and have each other's backs and be there for each other. And if a business takes that stand, which is scary, if the business takes that stand and says, I'm not going to put up with this anymore, forget this, and they see what's really going on, then all of us will be there when the cops come. If they do, if the cops go to harass them, we'll all show up and we'll just be like, really? What legal right do you have? We're going to be there with all of our paperwork and we're going to be like, you're not shutting down this business. And you know what? All of us who all believe this, and we've all been kind of like, oh, that kind of thing. When we see a business be strong enough to be the example in our communities, and that business says open for business, masks or not, everybody's going to flock there. You're going to get so much more business than you can possibly imagine. I've seen it in so many examples. And you're only going to know that if you're watching these alternative channels. You're not going to hear that on the news because they're not encouraging that. They're trying to make everything look really catastrophic. So you guys are all in fear and will do what they say. Don't be blind. Open your eyes to see. And if you already see, but you've been complying, it's time to cut that out as much as you can and in every area that you possibly can. So hope I've given you some good ideas. I love you guys and hang in there. Hang in there. There are bright, really happy times to come, but we've got to help out. You don't want to look back at this time and say you did nothing or that you believed a lie. You guys don't want to be on the wrong side of this. God's got your back. So, all right. Bye, guys. Talk to you later.
If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. If you're interested in getting a reading, you can check out my services at amysatori.com/services. You can also join me on Patreon, where I do a monthly energies reading, pick a deck, messages from spirit, and more. Subscribe to me on alternative channels such as BitChute, Brand New Tube, HugeTube, and the Collective Super Channel if you want to be sure we stay connected. Feel free to follow me on Instagram or reach out on Telegram as well. If you're interested in some great health boosting products I'm a huge fan of, please enter the URL below in your browser for more information. Also, check for the latest updates in the description of my videos as I try to keep them up to date. Thank you so much and have yourself a beautiful day.